Hi YouTubers, it's Evan against here. So I'm in the garage continuing video right now, so this is going to be a special video. You know guys, big ass cigar flight, and speaking of a big ass cigar, I'm smoking a nice big ass cigar right now, so hashtag big ass cigar. So I want to do a video right now on the 7.5 years since I started smoking video, so yes, big ass cigar flight. So cigar gang, hope you're watching a nice big ass cigar, so yes, I'm going to be doing the video right now, so pretty cool. So basically, if you are new to my channel, this is how it works. This is to celebrate 7.5 years since I started smoking. This video will be 2 parts because, honestly, I can't do the video in 1 part. The iPad just can't handle the memory, so I will be splitting up into 2 parts most likely, maybe 3 parts. So, big ass cigar flight. So, basically, I turn on the camera, I'm going off a Word document. If I'm looking down at the Word document, that means I'm actually looking at the Word document, so don't take it as offense. Don't take offense to it. Just know that I'm looking down the Word document. I'm not ignoring you guys, because some people think when I don't get eye contact that I'm ignoring you guys. So, anyway, I'm not. So, just looking down the Word document right here. So I turn the camera, I introduce saying hi. And just a heads up, there might not be a cigar in the second part of the video because I have to upload the first part before I do the second part, so just to let you guys know, there might not be a cigar in the second part. So anyway, I want to explain how this video will work. Basically, I'll be going off a Word document right here, or an open office document. I'll be explaining 7.5 years since I started smoking. So yeah, so today is October 3rd, it's my half birthday, and it's 7.5 years since I started smoking. So today is the anniversary of me starting piping cigar smoking, including this nice big ass cigars for life. So yes, I am 25 and a half today, and I am celebrating the 7.5 year anniversary when I started smoking. So now I want to discuss what I have smoked or used in the last 7.5 years for tobacco. So I have smoked in the last 7.5 years for tobacco. Again, I'm looking down. I'm not ignoring you guys. So I have used or smoked for tobacco products: cigarettes, cigarillos, tobacco blunts, cigars, little cigars, tobacco pipes, hookah, nasal snuff, and e-cigarettes. Obviously, tobacco products. I don't use marijuana. I don't smoke marijuana for the last time. I'm not a drug user, so all these things are tobacco products, obviously. So, cigarettes, cigars, cigarillos, little cigars, pipes, hookah. I've used snuff, as in, nasal snuff. I've used hookah, tobacco products, pretty much all tobacco products. So I have used a lot of tobacco products in the last 7.5 years. It's really amazing. So I have tried cigars, premium cigars. I've tried cigarillos. I have tried little cigars. I've tried DeJarms, like little filtered cigars. I have tried tobacco pipes. I have tried cigarettes. I have tried cigarillos. I have tried hookah. I tried nasal snuff. Pretty cool. And I've tried e-cigarettes. So the next thing I want to talk about, I'm not going to repeat myself because I know in my past videos I repeated myself a lot. I do not chain smoke. So even though I smoke a lot of tobacco products throughout the day, I'm a big ass cigar smoker, I do not chain smoke. Even though I have tried, what I'm trying to get across is, even though I've tried a lot of tobacco products in my day, big ass cigar of life, I have not, I don't use these tobacco products constantly. So the point I'm trying to get across is, number one, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. So I quit cigarettes years ago. And the second thing I want to get across is I do not, chain smoke. So even though people may think, oh, he's tried a lot of products like cigarettes, cigars, cigarillos, pipes, snuff, that kind of stuff, he probably uses this stuff all day long. No. I use these stuff I probably use the word burner also. I will use these products occasionally. So the point I'm trying to get across is I'm not a chain habitual user. I'm not somebody who, sits at his, whatever, and constantly has a cigar in his mouth, a cigarette in his mouth. I don't chain smoke. I mean, I have tried a lot of products, but I don't chain smoke. So now I only use pipes and cigars. So I do not smoke cigarettes anymore. Now I want to explain briefly how I do not chain smoke. So people may get the wrong impression. I think a lot of people got this impression that because I have tried a lot of products that I use these products all day long. No. I don't use snuff anymore. I don't use hookah anymore. I don't use cigarettes anymore. I don't use gas station cigars anymore. I only use pipes and cigars. Tobacco pipes, tobacco cigars. I'm not a chain user. I'm not somebody who's just sitting with a cigar in his mouth all day long. I'm somebody who is a regular daily smoker, current everyday smoker, but I'm not somebody who just sits there with a cigar in his mouth all day long. I smoke, on average, 2 cigars a day, 1 pipe. So that's a lot. Compared to most people, that's a lot. But I'm not somebody who smokes 10 cigars a day, 20 pipes a day, 30 cigars a day, and is just smoking all day long. So big-ass cigar for life. The next thing I want to talk about is I quit cigarettes. So some people still think I smoke cigarettes or I roll my own, pipe tobacco with cigarettes. I don't. So I quit cigarettes a long, long time ago. So I do not smoke cigarettes anymore. Now people may think, oh, he probably still smokes cigarettes. He's a cigarette smoker. No. I have not smoked cigarettes in years. It's been years and years. I didn't even inhale cigarettes. So the story with me with cigarettes is I tried them for, I think, about 6 months or so. I didn't like them. They tasted nasty. Nasty. I think the big-ass cigar, it tasted nasty. I didn't even inhale. I just, kind of puffed them. It was something I would do on the deck, sit down and have a couple cigarettes. I wasn't a regular user. I wasn't somebody who's like, smoking a pack a day, pack and a half a day, compared to a lot of people I know. So it was a stupid thing I did when I was 18. So, 18 years old, we do stupid things. So, or people do stupid things. I wasn't a habitual pack a day, pack and a half a day smoker, smoking 20 cigarettes a day, 30 cigarettes a day. Second thing I want to talk about, or the next thing I want to talk about, rather, is I want to explain when and why I quit cigarettes. So, I quit cigarettes regularly in November 2009. So November 2009, I stopped smoking them on a daily basis. And really, I only smoke 1 or 2 cigarettes a day. So I think I started smoking, I think I smoked 2 cigarettes, not 2 packs, but 2 cigarettes. And I cut down to 1 cigarette a day. And I didn't even inhale. It was just a thing I would do. I'd puff on the deck and smoke, I quit. So in November 2009, I quit altogether cigarettes. And then altogether, meaning like regularly altogether, in May 2010. So May 2010 or 2010, I quit altogether. I threw away all my cigarettes. I'm done with them. So I'm done with them. I don't like cigarettes anymore. So between November 2009 and between May 2010. I kind of occasionally had a cigarette, when I was stressed out, because I was going through a lot of stuff back then with mental health issues. So I kind of occasionally had 1 or 2 cigarettes. Altogether, I quit in May 2010. And I haven't had a cigarette I want to talk about right now. I haven't had a cigarette since June 2013. So it's been over 3 years since I had a cigarette. So I haven't had a cigarette since June 2013. It's been a long, or been off. It's been years. So I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I hate cigarettes. They taste nasty. They smell nasty. They're wicked expensive. They're super addictive. They're terrible for you. I have no interest in cigarettes anymore. They're nasty. Now, that's not to say some people like them. Some people do like cigarettes. And you know what? That's to each of their own. If you want to smoke cigarettes, that's fine. But I am not somebody who's into cigarettes. Cigarettes are nasty, they taste nasty, they're terrible, they taste like shit, so big-ass cigar for life. I would much rather have a nice big-ass cigar or a nice big-ass pipe than have cigarettes. Cigarettes are disgusting, so no offense to people who use them. The next thing I want to talk about is what I've never used for tobacco products. For tobacco products that I've never used, these are things I've never even tried. I have never used chewing tobacco, dipping tobacco, snus, American or Swedish, dissolvables, patches, gum, or any kind of quit smoking aids. Never. I've never used chewing tobacco, chawski for the jawski. Never used plug, twist. Never used dip or moist snuff. Never used snus or wet snuff. Never used American or Swedish snus. You like portion of the like the packaged dip, which it comes in a little like thing like snus. Never used dissolvables. Never used patches, gum, any kind of quit smoking aids. I have no interest in quitting smoking, so yeah, never use patches, gum, inhaler, lozenges, nicotine patch, nicotine gum. Never use quit smoking aids. And the reason I've never used those products is because, number one, I have no interest in quitting smoking. I'm happy with big-ass cigars for life. I'm happy with them. So I have no interest in quitting smoking. I'm aware it's unhealthy, but I have no interest in quitting smoking. And the reason I've never used, chewing tobacco, dipping tobacco, snus, snuff, it's disgusting. I mean, I hate to say it to people who are, chewing tobacco users, dipping tobacco users, snus users. It's disgusting. I mean, it's disgusting. I can't imagine spitting, and people are going to come back at me and say, do you realize you're burning over 4,000 chemicals? Do you realize you're putting your mouth at risk for cancer? Do you realize you could lose your tongue, you could have a hole in your neck, whatever. So, at this point, I don't care about that. Maybe in 20 years I'll care about that. So, because I'm not planning on getting, mouth cancer, throat cancer anytime in the next 20 or 30 years. So, I hope. So, I'm not really planning on getting any kind of, cancer. So, and chewing tobacco and dipping tobacco is disgusting. I mean, I hate to say it to people who like it. I have subscribers who use it, who use smokeless tobacco. I've never tried it personally. I have mixed nasal snuff with water once, and put nasal snuff on a toothpick once, and kind of used it orally, but that didn't sound right. Big ass cigar for life. But aside from that, I've never chewed tobacco. I've never dipped tobacco. It's disgusting to me. The idea of spitting, it's and I'm aware that, you're burning, cyanide, rat poison, arsenic, nickel, whatever, acetone, whatever. I don't care. So, at this point in my life, it's not something I'm concerned about. So, the next thing I want to talk about is what's my favorite tobacco products. So, my favorite tobacco products, as of now, are tobacco pipes and cigars. So, the pipe, the tobacco pipe, not a water pipe, not a glass pipe, not a metal pipe, the corn cob and briar pipe is my favorite tobacco product as of now. That's really my favorite tobacco products. And also the cigars. I'm a big fan of cigars now, even more so than the pipe. I'm really getting into cigars. I'm really getting more into cigars as time goes on. I'm getting less and less into pipes. And, it's a little bit sad, but you know what? Really, at this point, the cigars are by far my favorite thing. So, I love cigars. They're so nice, big ass cigar for life. So, pipes, I still like them. I still like pipe tobacco. I still like smoking pipes. But they're kind of a hassle. They're kind of like, you have to pack them, you have to tamp them, you have to do all that kind of stuff. It's really a hassle, so I'm more into, and pipes only last for 15, 20 minutes on average. So I'm happy with this big ass cigar. As in the big ass cigar for life. So, that's my opinion, is I like the cigars the best. But I do like pipes. I don't use snuff anymore. I don't use hookah. I don't use cigarillos, little cigars, gas station cigars, tobacco blunts. So, I am only smoking tobacco pipes and cigars now. And no cigarettes, because cigarettes are disgusting. The next thing I want to talk about is my favorite types of pipes. So, and this video is almost 15 minutes. I'm going to cut this video off at about 20-25 minutes. Okay, so my favorite type of pipes right now are briar and corncob. I did buy a calabash pipe last fall, but honestly, I'm really into tobacco pipes, corncob. I'm really into corncob pipes. I mean, my mom and my parents bought me a pipe, a little basket pipe, a little $50 basket pipe, whatever you want to call it. But I'm really into the corncob pipes. They're really throwaway. You burn a hole in them, whatever. They're $8. They're $10. It's who cares? It's at a certain point, I like corncob pipes a lot, and I also like briar pipes. Briar pipes are a lot more work, but you know what? And they're a lot more expensive. I haven't bought a new pipe in over a year, so almost a year, so I don't know. Big gas cigar for life. Next thing I want to talk about is my favorite type of cigars. So my favorite type of cigars are Churchill, Toro, Robusto, anything with a small ring gauge size, aside from Lanceros and very small ring gauge size. So Churchills, Robustos, big ass cigars for life. I'm not a big fan of like the huge ring gauge size, those big ass cigars. You know, those big fat cigars. They're like, 60, 70, 80, 90 ring gauge, 100 ring gauge. They're like, it looks like you're putting a what in your mouth, It's like, those I'm really not a big fan of. I'm a fan of, the average size, cigars, Churchills, Toros, Robustos, that kind of stuff. Like this size, this is a 50 ring gauge or so, 52. I'm not really into, like, those, huge giant cigars. Also, the Lanceros are kind of nice, but the one thing I will say about Lanceros is they have a very tight draw in general, so I like between a 48 and a 55 ring gauge, 56 ring gauge. So I'm not into like the giant big cigars, like the tiny little cigars that have a wicked tight draw. You get a stroke and just trying to get a draw off of it, like Pipe Friend said. I'm not really into that. So next thing, that's what my favorite type of cigars. I think right here I'm going to, let me just look. I'm just looking at my notes. Sorry, one sec. I think we're continuing this video for a little bit. I'm going to cut it off when I get to health-wise, or health things. So, next thing I want to talk about is what I've tried for pipe tobacco. So, in the last 7.5 years, I've tried a lot of things for pipe tobacco. I have tried aromatic, English, Balkan, Virginia, vapor, burley, English aromatics, etc. So, I have tried, just don't want my paper to blow away, I have tried a hell of a lot of different types of pipe tobacco. I really want to make that point. I have tried English, Balkan, Virginia, vapor. I've tried, Virginia burleys. I've tried Virginia periques. I've tried a whole lot of pipe tobaccos. It's amazing. I've tried well over 200 pipe tobaccos. I have tried crossover blends, hybrids. I have tried burley, English, aromatics. I have tried things from simple cherry, vanilla aromatics, all the way up to things like, peanut butter aromatics, peanut butter, whatever. So, I've tried things like, vanilla, cherry, I've tried aromatics, I've tried English, I've tried, a lot of Kia blends, Virginia blends. It's amazing. It's purely amazing how many tobaccos I've tried. And I want to make a point now that I've tried a lot of tobaccos. So, I've tried a hell of a lot of pipe tobaccos. It's purely amazing. I mean, Cargon Bike, sorry. I've tried so many pipe tobaccos, it's just amazing. I used to be a big Cargon Bike. One sec, big ass cigar. I've tried so many pipe tobaccos. And I have tried currently, as of now, 256 pipe tobaccos. It's amazing. So, yes, I have tried a ton of pipe tobaccos. And I used to be a big-time tobacco pipe smoker, corncob, clay, briar pipe smoker. So, you know what? I have tried a hell of a lot of pipe tobaccos. So, it's just amazing. I mean, it amazes me. And I used to be more of a pipe smoker than a cigar smoker. Years ago, it's just really in the last, I would say, 2 years or so, that I've really switched over to Orban runoff, to really cigars exclusively. So, I kind of got bored with the pipe after a while because it's really a hassle to pack, like I said. So, I'm much more of a cigar smoker right now. So, but I used to be a big-time, big-ass pipe smoker. So, yeah, pretty cool. The next thing I want to talk about is almost 20 minutes, just to let you guys know. I'm going to cut this off pretty soon. My favorite type of pipe tobacco right now, currently it's Luxury Bullseye Flake by Peter Stockamy. So, Peter Stockamy Luxury Bullseye Flake is my favorite pipe tobacco right now. Yeah, that's my favorite pipe tobacco. It's my daily smoke. You know, luxury bullseye flake. It's a little bitey. It's a little harsh. You know, little rough on your throat. You know, because of the perique, whatever. Little high in nicotine, but it's my daily smoke. I am really a big fan of, um, what I'm trying to say is luxury bullseye flake. So I'm a big fan of that. So I used to smoke Latakia a lot. I used to smoke Harfenhomer Monda, which is a very heavy Latakia blend. I don't smoke Latakia or English blends. They're not really called English blends anymore because honestly, English blends are kind of not that good. I mean, they're kind of really harsh on your throat if they're not good Latakia. I used to smoke Harfenhomer Monda for like a year. I don't smoke Latakia anymore. I smoke luxury bullseye flake, which is a Virginia perique. So, next thing I want to talk about is what have I tried for cigars. So I've tried Maduro, Oscuro, Natural, Connecticut, hell of a lot of cigars. I will probably never know how many cigars I've tried, but I have probably tried a hell of a lot of cigars. So, I really don't know how many cigars I've tried because I don't keep count. I keep count of pipe tobaccos because I can look back on my reviews. Cigars, a lot. So I want to tell you guys I've tried a lot of cigars. 4 minutes and I'm going to cut it off just to let you guys know. So I'm going to do part 2. So just to let you guys know, big ass cigar for life. Yeah, I've tried a hell of a lot of cigars. I've tried Maduro, Oscuro, Connecticut, Habano. I've tried all that kind of stuff. So I've tried so many cigars, it's not even funny. So I probably tried, if I had to guess, a couple hundred cigars, different cigars. But I will never know because I'm not keeping track of them. I'm not tallying it. So hard to say. So next thing I want to talk about is in about 3 minutes when we're cut it off. Is how many cigars I've tried roughly. So this is the last thing we're going to say. Then we're going to cut the video off to part 2. Basically, I want to talk about right now roughly how many cigars I have tried. So I'd say roughly, probably around 200 to 300, I would guess. If I had to guess, probably around between that 150 to 250 cigars. I'm not a reviewer. I'm not like a Brian Glenn, somebody who's reviewing like 3 cigars a week, different cigars. I'm not having deals with the factories. I'm not somebody who's I'm a big ass cigar smoker, but I'm not somebody who's like getting like all kinds of shipments in like, Brian Glenn or Cigar Vixen, who's reviewing like 100 cigars, a week, I'm not somebody like that. I haven't tried thousands of cigars. I probably tried a couple hundred. So anyway, so that is the end of part 1. Next time, the next part, I will talk about health-wise, what I've noticed health-wise. Anyway, big ass cigar for life. Look forward to part 2. Anyway, bye. Big ass cigar for life.